Welcome to Art Is. Today we're taking you to Mobile Ballet's performance of Dracula, choreographed by artistic director Winthrop, who will share with us his inspiration for turning this classic tale into a compelling masterpiece.
Well, I had been asked by a company in Atlanta to create a Dracula, and at that point in time I hadn't considered it, and I said no to this company there. But then after thinking about it, Mobile Ballet has done all the full-length ballets, the classics, the Tchaikovsky classics, Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, and we were ready for a new classic. And so, as I said, I started by reading the story and watching some other films, and then the idea started to interest me, and I just took the plunge and went ahead and did it. When I thought about choreographing Dracula, I realized it was a horror story dealing with a monster capable of doing horrible deeds. But after having read the story and doing a lot of research with the story and various interpretations of it, I found really that it was much more of a romance than a horror story. And I wanted to portray Dracula as a man capable of killing and also capable of love. Therefore, it's a tug of war within one man. And so in the first act, he meets Lucy, and his natural instinct is to kill her, and he does. And then in the second act, he meets Mina, and while he has a natural instinct to go for the kill, he also falls in love with her. So in the second act, he's much more of a man than he is a monster. Well, it was a long process. What I did, I started with, first of all, my story, and then I started, after that, picking certain pieces of music that I felt would bring the drama to life. So once I got the music, then the music told me what steps to use and really what style that needed to be used to just enhance this music and enhance the drama.
When Winthrop choreographed Dracula, he had very set ideas of what he wanted, not only technically but emotionally. And I would say he probably gave me a little more freedom of interpretation dramatically than he did technically. He knew very well what he wanted as far as the steps of the piece. Most of them had been done, and that's actually unusual for a choreographer. A lot of choreographers that I've worked with will almost cater to the dancer, to what the dancer feels comfortable in. Winthrop had a very set idea, which is, that's unusual for a choreographer to know exactly what they want when they walk into the studio. So that was kind of refreshing. Made the process very quick. Dramatically, he knew what he wanted. He knew the story that he had to tell, but he also left me some freedom to interpret it. And if I was taking it in the wrong direction, he would certainly let me know. And if I was going with something in the right way, he would encourage. And it's really a joy to work with him in that.
The costume design and making is one of my passions, and for this production I made about 43 costumes, and also my wardrobe staff, headed by Marion Blake, made the court costumes. They're all silk, and we started with a period, 14th century, and we took liberties with that. Obviously you have to for dance. Interesting note, we made all the brides' dresses out of silk chiffon, which is extremely expensive, and they look very beautiful, but all encrusted with pearls and jewels. And then we took brown and purple dye and threw it at them to give them the look of centuries-old bride dresses that they had been laying around in tombs. So we had a lot of fun making them. And then, of course, our sets were designed by Ron Barrett and Homer McClure, both local artists. We create everything here in our own costume shop and set shop, and we own all the productions, and a lot of very talented people in Mobile to help us with this.
When we continue on Art Is, we will take you to Mobile Ballet's performance of Dracula.